to the second episode of The Common People Unscripted. This is your host Zahra Mirza with you. At the moment, I'm heading towards one of my favorite restaurants, Shakespeare and Company. I love this place for many reasons, but to top the list would be its yummy food and amazing ambience. So today's guest is an inspiring lady in many ways. She's helped a lot of women come out of past traumas of stress, depression, anxiety, frustration, and basically all those negative feelings. She's doing a great job to make this world a better place, and we definitely need more people of her kind who believes in helping others selflessly. Recently, she's run a campaign of helping 100 women for free, and yes, she's successfully achieved that. Let us get to know more on this from the lady herself, a common lady with very uncommon thoughts, Sahar Shaikh, an emotional coach. Hello and welcome back. So I'm now with my guest Sahar Shaikh. Hi Sahar, how are you?
I'm doing great, alhamdulillah. How do you do?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored to be a part of it.
You're most welcome. So Sahar, I would like you to introduce yourself. I think it will do complete justice if you tell us in your own words what exactly you do. What exactly is an emotional coach?
Okay, so I'm an emotional mastery coach. I help women recover from their past traumas, childhood traumas, emotional overwhelm, and abuse.
Okay.
If they've been through any abuse, emotional, physical, there are many kinds of them.
Okay.
And I help them bridge between their pain and purpose, and their hurt into healing. So it's all about discussing how they've been through a trauma and what exactly there is a purpose behind every emotion, and what is the purpose behind the emotion that they're going through as of whatever their life choices at that point in time are.
Okay, that's amazing. That's something very interesting to know. Now, I have a very important question in mind that I would like to ask you, and I need your views on this. Keeping in mind how stressed out everybody is in today's world, wherever I pass by, if I see a group of people sitting and chit-chatting, all they're discussing is about different kinds of stress, be it work-related or, household-related, just everybody's so stressed out. I somewhere feel that we've forgotten to be happy. What is your take on that? Have we really forgotten to be happy?
Yeah, I think happiness has taken place, and it's been vanished right now. And people look for quick fixes, and quick fixes are called being in fun places. Entertainment has really taken a huge space of happiness. Happiness is basic contentment of who you are and wherever you are and what all you have, and you're content in what you have.
Okay.
While you're in that phase, whatever goes around and outside of you does not really impact you.
Okay.
Because you are fulfilled within. Happiness is an inside job, that's what people say, right? And it really is. If you are content in who you think, how you want to see the life and how you see things in the world, then nothing in the world can actually make you unhappy, because you cannot give me happiness.
Right.
My husband cannot give me happiness. My kids cannot give me happiness. People are miserable within while they have everything. They've got wealth, they've got health, they've got kids, they've got everything, you name it, and they have.
Right.
But still they are so unhappy because they are not fulfilled human beings. They're not content with what they have in that point in time.
Why is it that human beings are not content? I mean, what is the root cause of it? Now, for example, if I am healthy, wealthy, I have whatever I want in life, alhamdulillah. So still, for example, I don't literally mean to say it's me, but just for an example, why would I still not be happy?
Because when you are looking for things outside of yourself to make you happy, you will not be happy.
Okay.
So you are actually placing your happiness in other people's hand.
Right.
When I get that, I will be happy. Rather, it should be, when I will be happy, I will get that.
Wow, that's beautiful. That is amazing. I think this is a very important point we all need to understand. Now, Sahar, I have another question in mind that I'm very interested to know. You're an emotional coach, as you mentioned. Is this connected to your past anyhow, or you just, decided one fine day that this is what you want to do in life?
So it was a decision one fine day that I thought that I shouldn't be who I am today, because, see, I cannot help someone when I don't know what their feelings really are.
Okay.
I was going through the same frustration, and my frustration and anxiety when I saw it shifting into my kids, and my kids getting anxious, and I could actually see my image in them, and I was like, this is not going right, and what is wrong? So I had to really work hard on myself, because I was a very frustrated woman. I had a decade of rocky marriage. While my husband was like just unaware. He thought everything was fine, because it was all in my head. We live based on the stories that plays in our head.
Right.
I see you as someone, and you might not be that someone, right? And that's what we do with people we really love, people we really live with in day-to-day life. We have a story for them, and we don't want to go past that story because we have an attachment to that story. So I see a person a certain way, probably they're just not that person.
Exactly.
And that's how I was moreover frustrated, and my power was in other people's hand, because I thought, when my husband will do this, I will be happy. When my kids will do this, I will be happy. When my in-laws will behave in this certain way, I will be happy. When my mom will call me, I will be happy. And I gave all my power to others.
Right.
And that's why I was frustrated, because I couldn't contain what I had. I thought I'm just spilling over everywhere, and that made me angry and frustrated. And one fine morning, when I saw that my kids are like just like me now, I knew that there was something wrong, and it was with me. And the only fixing could come through me. And that was a one fine morning when I made this decision.
So this is when you decided that, you want to take this path, and you want to first, help yourself, and then be able to help others.
Yes, absolutely.
So I want to know, is this to do with expecting too much from others around us?
I think we don't expect from others too much. We just expect too much from ourselves. We think that we are someone worthy of what others should give us.
Right.
And in that, we always feel worthlessness.
Right.
So if you are self-worthy, then you should know that you are enough. And whatever you have is enough.
Right.
And whoever you have, you can't change people. I can't change anyone.
Exactly.
The only impact I can make in this entire world is inside me.
Myself.
How I change my lens and my perception of how I see world, the entire view changes.
Exactly.
Everyone changes. Every action will be translated into a different mannerism.
Right. I think we all need to begin with changing ourselves. I mean, this is a very beautiful point. I would request the viewers to understand everything begins within ourselves. If I change myself, and then the other person is also thinking the same, then I think there wouldn't be any need to, help
Fix others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just focus on ourselves is very important. Sahar, since you mentioned that you've had a rocky, 10 years of marriage, I need you to tell us something. What have you learned from those 10 years, and what was your mistake from your point of view, or what went wrong? Why would you think that the 10 years went fine, whereas you also mentioned that your husband thought that everything was fine, as per his perspective, but within you were struggling.
So I was struggling because, as I said, I had a perception of how a marriage should look. And that outlook was not meeting with my expectation of how I should receive things. I was a perfectionist. I had to really let go that part of me. A date has to have candlelight dinner, and my kids have to use certain words. And though I had to put up with so many other relationships all along, and I thought I was just giving out. Oh, poor me. Right? And so many of us live this victim's mentality. The poor me game is so hard to come out.
Exactly.
And that's the only place where it will keep you stuck forever. And I was the poor me for a very long time. No matter what my husband or my kids or my in-laws or anyone around me did, I wouldn't find it validating. And that really had to do with other emotional aspects of myself, and it really begins from way back that not everybody comes out with, but yeah, that's what it was, just failing in my head, in my emotions. Everything was failing there.
So you're trying to tell me that you wanted your marriage to be a certain way. You wanted the kids to be, everything around you basically, you wanted it to be a certain way, and that wasn't happening. And that was troubling you. How did you come out of that? What made you realize, okay, now I need to stop, this is, you know, ruining my marriage or ruining my day each day? And, you know, how did you make that realization within yourself?
I started accepting everyone the way they are.
Okay.
And I wanted to see their own story.
Okay.
For how they see themselves.
Okay.
And why I wanted to see how people see me.
Okay.
And that changed everything. When I saw how my husband sees me, that was a complete different thing.
Right.
So I was his woman.
Okay.
And I was always struggling as if maybe I'm not the right person, maybe we're not the right fit. I don't know if this marriage will go another year or long or no.
Yeah.
And then there's so many dialogues. This mind chatter, I call it mind monkey. This does not stop if you really cannot have a hold over it. Either
Okay.
you have your hold over it or it will take over your life, entire life. So I really had to go through the process of shutting up my mind chatter.
Okay.
Understanding who I really was.
Okay.
Redefining who I was.
Okay.
Redefining what I wanted from life and how I wanted to accept everyone the way they are.
Okay.
And things changed gradually, and
Right.
that's how I work with 4 level of criterias with other women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So moving on to the next question that I have in mind is, as obvious as it may seem, okay, that people get scared of pain. Do
Yeah.
you think that pain can make a better human being?
Absolutely.
Wow. How is that?
If I was never in pain, I would never understand what your story is,
Okay.
how you feel, what you've gone through, and I
Okay.
can never help you out because I've never made through that way. I believe we walk into pain because
Okay.
pain are milestones in our lives.
Okay.
It's a journey where each one of us, we walk into the most best pain possible Allah had kept for us, and we just walk into it, and we go through a process of evolution, and we come out being a very different person who is so capable and so knowledgeable to give so much to others.
Okay.
It's so imperative to go through pain, otherwise evolution will just stop. We will never move forward in being a better human being if there was no pain in life.
Right. So this is your point of view, and you feel that pain can actually make human beings better than who they already
It all
are.
depends what choice you make. Either you take pain as misery and you opt for suffering, or you take pain as purpose and you move on with something greater.
Right. I think again this is a very valid point, and I feel that pain, each and every pain that any individual goes through has a purpose, and if I am going through a certain type of pain, then I would, you know, want to make sure that if I see somebody with the same kind of pain, then I can, you know, relate to that person, and I can have a better understanding, and I will be much more understanding, and
You will be able to hold space for them. That's what I
Exactly.
do with other women. I just hold space for them to be themselves.
Right.
Everyone has their own right answers.
Yeah, we'll be more accommodating.
Yeah.
You know, and that is very important to be peaceful in ourselves.
Absolutely.
Sahar, I have been through your Facebook profile, and I happened to come across the campaign that I was mentioning in the beginning of the show, that you have helped 100 women. I would want to know more details on this. What made you do this, and how is the response?
Okay, so when I started having one-to-one calls with my clients,
Okay.
that brought me to an idea of helping as many as possible in a very short span of time.
Okay.
Because I was getting so many messages from women around, and all the audience of mine, I understand not everyone really can afford.
Right.
And but that does not keep them away from their pain, that does not keep them away from their problems. So
Right.
what I decided that I can, just for my personal fulfillment and my way of service, I thought I would just put a post on Facebook and say I'm ready to help 100 women kickstart their healing, and I would give them a 30-minute session.
Okay.
That I usually charge, but I just wanted to give out and be of service. And
Okay.
as soon as I put that post, it was like just in 3 weeks it happened. In 3
Wow.
weeks I served 100 women. So I used to sit from 9
Just
a.m.
in 3 weeks.
from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. back
Okay.
to back calls. I would just
Wow.
take salah break or just 15 minutes of lunch break and But I was so determined to do it, and the response was amazing. And there are so many people.
Okay.
And that was so amazing for me to realize so many women walked up
Right.
and shared
Exactly.
and asked and wanted help, because help will never come unless we are ready, and
Right.
we call out for help. Nobody knows you need help. So it was amazing.
That is amazing. I mean, that is totally inspiring. When I read your post on Facebook, I was surprised to the core. I was like, this is beautiful. You know, people, I mean, wouldn't even these days, not being negative, but because we're all so stressed out in our day-to-day lives, that actually making out time for 100 women, and that too free of cost, is something very beautiful. And I really, really appreciate you for that.
Yeah, it was just and there are endless opportunities that have opened since then.
Wow. Okay.
That would benefit me in some way or the other while I was just at service. And the fruit of serving someone, and when someone says, "Thank you so much, you've changed my life forever," means a lot.
I know, that's a beautiful feeling. I'm sure I can imagine that.
Hi guys, and I'm back for the quick five. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you step out of this interview and you find $1 million lottery. What do you do?
I just see and walk away.
That's it?
That's not mine to keep.
Yalla mujhe nahi khidayat de. Do you prefer money over happiness?
Not at all. Not at all.
But it's easier to cry in a Lamborghini.
No, because cry is about something else and not Lamborghini.
That's a beautiful answer. What inspires you?
My lord.
If you were to write a book on yourself, you will name it?
My sacred pain, and that's in process right now.
Point to be noted. Do you think it is important to have short-term, long-term goals in life?
Absolutely, yes.
What's yours?
Of many. Which one do you want to know?
Something that's relevant?
Hit $1 million that I didn't find in lottery.
So work the hard way.
Yes.
That's actually life.
Yeah. That's hard-earned, pure money.
Thank you guys, and stay tuned for more.